the best marketer for your business is actually you, because you feed off it. Marketing is about telling the story of the why. I need to survive. I understand shoes. I love shoes. I know where to get them from. I think I can get the customers. I just need to sell shoes. But you need to learn the art of selling.
So what are these vanity metrics?
Vanity metrics
Like,
is,
give us
I'm trying.
examples.
Sometimes the reason why marketing is not working is because we look at the vanity things and avoid the actual problem. The actual problem is marketing works with people. Have authentic friendships. Don't have an angle. When you just come in, just be authentic. When you find a vibe with someone, yeah, just do it.
Have you had an experience with those businesses who, businesses that come up and they are like, there's no one who does it like me,
Bullets.
or who does it like this?
Have you been to Peru to know that there's no one in Peru doing that thing? Have you been to the deepest part of Nigeria to know? Have you been to South Africa?
Yeah.
There's Botswana.
Yes.
There's Mozambique.
Us from, and welcome back to yet another episode of Unprepared to Entrepreneur, the channel that brings you real, raw, and often untold stories of entrepreneurship. And today I have, this one is going to be a good one. I have a guest all the way from Uganda, and I hosted him on one of our TikTok lives. By the way, if you don't know, I host a TikTok live every Friday at 8:30 p.m. every Friday, and we pick different topics to cover. And my guest today was also a guest on my TikTok live, and we had such a wholesome conversation around marketing that converts. And I felt this information, let me take it, let me spread it to an even larger audience. So I'm excited for this one. Karibu sana. But first, before we start, Josh.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm okay. Very okay. I'm happy to be here.
Karibu. Me too. I'm really looking forward to this conversation. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
But before we start, introduce yourself to my audience.
So I'm Joshua Nsimbi, software developer. I started from software developing, then pivoted to marketing. So I'm that IT guy who the client would call and he would answer. That's what got me to marketing. Done it for now 8 years. 8 years actively. Then I don't really put labels. Marketing, we have so many cool titles and all these things. But really at the end of the day, it's now improving marketing to attach to making sales.
Yes.
So which is performance. Some call it growth or whatever, But getting a person to understand, if I'm doing this in the marketing sense, how does it impact my business?
My business.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really simple.
Yeah.
In fact, I think when I asked for your bio, you actually called yourself a growth expert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is what we are all looking for, right?
Yeah.
As business owners, we are looking to grow.
Exactly.
So I'm hoping this conversation will at least give you some pointers on how you can grow your business.
Yeah, definitely.
So before we get into the conversation, I want my audience to get to know you.
Yeah.
Tell us about Uganda, how you left Uganda to come to Kenya. How are you finding Kenyans? Are we good people?
Yeah. I think, I think for now, because I've worked in, except South Sudan actively, but I've done Rwanda, I've done Tanzania, then Uganda, then Kenya. And relocating was weird. It's something that I wanted to do 4 years ago, but I kept putting it off. Why? I needed to save. So mine was that long route. Put some money in the kitty until you get. So in the 4 years, I was now networking, just meeting a couple of people, seeing is there a market, and the country is so big, you can stay in Nakuru and stay in Nakuru. Like,
yes.
Yeah, you can be in Mombasa, you can be in Naivasha, Kisumu, and so many areas. So it was more diverse, more culture. But what really pushed me to the, to actually take this drop was I'm a YouTuber also.
Yes.
Slide it in there.
Yes, we will slide it.
Yes, I'm a YouTuber, and 60% of our audience is actually here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we are not so big, but 60% on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. It's
That's
actually the Kenyan
interesting.
market. And most, if we got, let's say, 50 questions, 80 are from here. Yeah.
Interesting.
So that was telling us we started something, but just like Jesus wasn't welcomed in his own town.
I see. Yeah, others are calling your name.
Yes. So that led to the move. So since we're two, one remained in Uganda. And then for me, I took that leap of faith to come here.
Okay.
And it's been a year, and I love the culture. This is the one place where, as long as I don't speak, people don't even realize you're not from here.
You blend right in.
Exactly.
You blend right in. Yeah.
And then too, of course, the other thing that is, I think it's a good and bad, I would say, is the Kenyan language starts with money. As long as you know Ngapi and you can pay, you might not even speak Swahili. It's okay. As long as you can,
money.
You can tip, you're good to go.
How different are the two cultures, like Uganda and Kenya?
Kenya. I think Uganda, we are very welcoming. Very welcoming, very hospitable people. People are always ready to help. In Kenya, people don't stick their noses into what doesn't concern them. While the other side, people stick their noses into
everywhere.
What doesn't concern them. Anyway, from my circle of life, I don't have. But so that dynamic was here. You had to put yourself out there more, so that people can actually be like, oh, cool. While the other side, somehow people are always welcoming you as long as this is what you do. Okay, cool. The other difference was that I found interesting is word of mouth. Here is, I'm not saying in Uganda it's not, but here it's like 5 times more.
I see.
Yeah.
So Kenyans are quick to
They are
refer
quick
you.
to refer you if you
deliver.
Yeah. And in our field, which is marketing, people have also cried tears here. Because most of my clients come when they are crying premium tears.
Yes.
Like maybe someone promised and under-delivered or stuff like that. So then you're ending up just to fix the issue. So I think the word of mouth or proof of concept. My unique proposition was first trust. Or delivery. What you actually say. It's what has...
Trust is a very powerful currency.
Yeah, here. It's really... when you have it, it's the first thing. So if someone says, I trust that guy,
So how have you been able to build trust. Within the Kenyan community, looking at the fact that maybe you don't know a lot, like when you came, you're new, you're brand new.
So
how are you able to do it?
What I did was, one, be intentional and be authentic. And luckily my character aligned. People here, they say it as it. So if sometimes some are shocked, that you also can tell it to them, then they're like, it says you're handing it out.
Yes,
I can hand it back. So that is one. So meaning, have authentic friendships. Mm-hmm. Don't have an angle. When you just come in, just be authentic. When you find a vibe with someone, just do it. Two was not putting money first. Because I deliver a premium service. What that means is I'm not cheap. But it doesn't mean I don't have a diversity of people I work with. But because of that, then that means listen to the problem rather than speaking to the person. Let them speak. So the approach is be as they call them psychologists. Just listen first. Let them tell you, they will actually tell you how to help them.
Yes, absolutely.
So for me, that coupled with creating strong relations which are not anchored to, I am looking for a job. So since you connected, can I get a job? No. It's, I'm looking for clients. Since you can, no, it's just that, man, you're good. I was just checking in. How are the kids? How's the family? You're right. I support you. I love your stuff. Genuine. That's why we met,
Yes,
I was consuming your content a year ago, and, that's then, because when you connect with someone and you're authentic, you actually know way more.
That's true. They let you in.
Yes.
They let you in.
Yeah, so for me, those are the things, really.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no chat GPT mix or special equation.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really admire people who can just relocate from their home country and go make a life in a totally different new country. I don't know if I can do it. Maybe I can. I mean, I can see you're doing it, but I don't know. My head is not able to process that. So I'm very proud of you for coming to Kenya and actually making it home. You're right. You're very, apart from the accent, you're one of us.
Yeah, exactly. Until I speak, then they're like,
You're totally one of us.
Yeah.
Awesome. So today I wanted to talk about, I wanted us to talk about marketing that converts, because we have social media now, which has made it so much easier, especially for smaller players, to also play in the space, right? But you see, this business person is the accountant, is the marketer, is the operations manager, is the admin. They're everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes most times you can't be an expert in all these areas. And so I've seen a lot of businesses sort of struggling with their marketing, right? And so I wanted us to look at, and you being in that field, I'm sure you have a lot of experience, how businesses are getting it wrong, what they're doing, and they're completely getting it wrong. We can pick a few examples and sort of illustrate how and why that is wrong, the approach is wrong. And then we can also provide value by saying, okay, this is how you're doing it wrong, but this is how you should do it. And I'm hoping the audience leaves here with a few tips on how they can go and switch it up in their businesses.
So I would like to say first thing, especially for entrepreneurs, when you're a one-man team, it's okay. Most people start from there. You're not the first, you're not the last. You're not so unique. So you should, it's part of life. You start from a bedroom, you start from wherever. Yeah, it's part of it. But the best marketer for your business is actually you, because you feed off it. No one asked you to start a business. So you actually saw a need and you felt like, I can solve this need. So you know the why you started the business. And marketing is about telling the story of the why. That's it. That's why most times you see big brands say, when you look at the renowned, whether the Coca-Colas or what, they are no longer telling you, drink our soda, drink this.
The ingredients, this is how we mix it.
Yes, it's so safe, it's unique, it's tasty. They just test the feeling, test the what. They just attach feeling to the why, to their story. So if you don't know your why, no other marketer will make it work.
Help you.
Because it will be lost in translation. Yeah. So you feel like they don't get it because you don't tell it well. So as a business owner, as a founder, start by sitting down with yourself. Is this a fun project? Is this an actual business?
Yes.
And if you haven't figured that out, then follow. And because that's a department. Because then a marketer's role, when you hire me, you are the fire, I'm the gasoline. So if there is no fire, I can't amplify.
Oh.
You are the fire.
I am the fire.
I'm the gasoline.
You're the gasoline.
Yes. So when there is no fire, we have a problem. Because you're the spark.
Big problem.
Yes. The why starts with the founder. And my marketing approach sometimes differs from what is flashy. Because sometimes the reason why marketing is not working is because we look at the vanity things and avoid the actual problem. The actual problem is marketing works with people because you're communicating to people. And it's people who market to other people. So when your staff don't get it, they won't get it to their customers. The customer will not refer another customer. It's that simple.
So what are these vanity metrics?
Vanity metrics is I'm trending.
You're trending.
I started a business today and I'm having a website. I'm not saying a website is bad, but there are so many other marketing touch points as a business you need to first start with before a website, especially depending on your business. You know, people will get marketing budget and first say, I need a website, I need business cards, I need this, I need a logo. But again, marketing is telling the why story. You have not documented your products, for a lack of a better word. They are the thing that goes down the toilet. You know, like your product is bad. Your offering is bad. You have poor customer service. You're rude. You don't pick phone calls. You work when you feel like. What website will save you? No billboard will save you. No artwork will save you. No amount of expert will save you, because at the core of marketing is the why. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God, that's the entire episode.
At the core.
That's the core. Tell us this why. Okay. So I'll play the role of business owners, right? And there are business owners who start a business purely to survive.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They finished school, there are no jobs, or they lost their jobs, they can't get another one. And this is more of a survival mode. The why is money.
And we pretend like it's not. But the why is also the money. So you see your why.
So could you break down this why? What is it supposed to look like? Because I started because of the money.
Yes.
Now, you're asking me to fetch emotions.
And bring them to the money.
To the money.
Yes.
I'm getting lost.
Exactly.
Could you break it down?
So I think to explain the why is, you have to get me to give you money. I have worked for my money. And you want me, out of everyone, to give it to you. Why should I give it to you? That's the thing. The why is the currency to get the money. We all want to secure the bag. And no harm, no foul, even me.
Yes.
I mean, my name is Nsimbi, which means money.
Nsimbi means money.
I know, right? As even my dad was like, this nigga looks like he likes the bag. So literally, I'm the SI unit of working money. And if I was a rich kid, I would be glad. But that guy didn't make a lot. So now I have to hustle. You know.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the why is what gets people to pay. So now, meaning, are you solving a problem? Or are you giving me a solution to my problem? That is one. If you see bougie brands, are you giving me something that not everyone has? So I feel like I'm above everyone, then I will pay. Are you giving me milk or bread? So that is survival. All right, cool. Are you cleaning my house? But then you do it so well. When you come and I left 10 sausages, I don't come back and find 6. You did your job and left. But there are those guys who are handsy. They are good at cleaning. But if you left 200 bob somewhere,
they go with it.
They'll go with it. So the why is the currency as your business, whether you're in products or services, you use to transact, to get the other person to give you their money. Because they have worked hard for it. So you have to tell that why very well, so that they...
I see.
Yeah.
So
let me give you like an example, because I know you're going to ask for. If I sell second-hand shoes, because that is very realistic in this economy. I sell second-hand shoes. There are so many. And you see, there's a reason why people station where all of them sell. Because if I don't like this guy's collection, I'll go to the next. So in the same area.
Yes.
Two, the guy can be like, I wanted something like red. Sends a message here. He's like, man, do you have a red shoe? Yeah. How much? 3,000. Okay. I'm going to sell it at 4,000. Bring it now. And they bring it because we are the same. Yeah. But the thing is, it now comes to how well are you selling me the shoe? When I come, oh, Josh, how are you? Mambo. I don't speak English. I don't speak Swahili. Oh, no problem. No problem. That's why we have the other guys who are jolly good. No problem. They know how to treat a customer.
Yes.
Yeah. You bring me in. You're like, okay, cool. What I say, I'm looking for a running shoe. You're like, a running shoe? Okay. What color? So you see, you haven't just got 20 running shoes and put them there. You are now asking, what color? Yeah. Are you a long distance or, yeah. No, I just do gym. Oh, okay, gym. Yeah, then you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which brand
do you like? I'm a Nike guy. Okay. Man wants the sushi.
Yes.
He wants, because Nike told its story very well, as if other shoes don't work. Status. So it's a symbol of status. All right. Do you run every day? Yeah, probably. So that means that person will probably need a dull color. Because probably you get time to clean.
Because of our terrain.
Weekend, or whatever. Yes. So now you see, don't bring me a white shoe, yet I run every day. I'm not saying white is bad, but mix it up a little. Or you say, you know what? Since you run a lot and you run daily, we have an offer. If you buy two, you get one free. Because you seem like a guy who runs every day. Yeah. So if you buy two of these, I can give you one at a discount. Maybe. Just give me an example. Do you see I came to buy one shoe? And I'm going to start buying other
You
things.
probably end up buying two.
Yeah. Then I'm like, but we also have running socks.
Yes.
So when and when you buy two, we give you socks also. I'm like, okay, cool. You are now solving my problem because now you're giving me variety.
Yes.
You're communicating usage.
I'm giving you another problem to think about. Maybe it wasn't on your mind.
Yes. So now I feel like this guy is paying attention to me. So I will say, all right, cool. Do you deliver? Yeah. Take my number, yeah. Now when I call the number, and then the guy picks up and like, who is this? Huh? Josh? From where? I don't remember you. Versus the other guy picks. Hello, Josh. How are you, bro?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. You told us you needed the delivery. Yeah, the money now, end of month, I'm okay. Okay, So I feel like, this guy remembers me.
Yes.
Yeah, but all he had to do was save Josh, deliver.
Josh, deliver Nike.
Yeah.
So every time you have a cool Nike shoe, you take a picture and send to Josh.
Yeah, and don't worry, we can keep it for you. You can just send half and we'll keep it. So now you are solving my problem of convenience, which I did not state. But I came, and now you're saying we can deliver. Now the convenience of picking out, because now you're looking out for me. Hey, you're saying, Josh, this would look nice on you.
Yes.
42, right? Yeah. Or Karen, 30, whatever. This will really look nice on you. Yeah. So you see, then maybe, I'm a fitness junkie. Like, oh, by the way, I have Rachel who sells leggings for exercise.
Yes.
So now you see, like, she usually has some offers. I'll give you a number. Bro, baby Rachel is your sister. She has just entered the business. You're plugging her in.
Yes.
You're chewing my money collectively.
Yes.
As a family.
Yes. As a family. Yes.
So that is the why.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think where and when I talk about when I take this position of business owners, I look at my younger self and all the mistakes I've done. And I've grown, but I can see there are many people who are probably stuck there. Usually when I would read about the why, it needed to be earth-shattering.
Yeah.
It needed to be big. Like you're saving the world in some form or way, like climate change or, some big thing.
Yet it's a simple thing. I need to survive. I understand shoes. I love shoes. I know where to get them from. I think I can get the customers. I just need to sell shoes. But you need to learn the art of selling. And that is part of marketing. The two are different, but they have to work together. You can't market and sell when the two are not clearly communicating with each other. Because if I'm telling you this is the best shoe and you're like, okay, but I only came with 3.9, you have to know how much your flow is, like below which you cannot go.
Yes.
So now you're switching to sales.
Yes.
But you're a marketer. That's why you make artwork with price.
Yes.
Because we have to sell.
We have to sell.
Yeah. So why am I DMing you for price? So the why is I need to make money. I need to survive. I love shoes. I know where I can get them from. This business is about for the time being. This is not what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm a graduate.
Yeah.
But this is what I have going on for me right now.
So would you say that when you are, as a business owner, you're trying to figure out this why,
yes,
it's also important to understand why your target customer would be buying from you, so that you can have the two in alignment.
Yeah. So you find that most times we create a business, and that's why we say market research. That's why we say talk to other entrepreneurs, which you always say about.
Yes.
That's why we say Google some ideas. You're not the first, you're not the last.
Yes.
Like, I mean, there has been Adam.
Yes.
And then there is you, clearly.
Yes.
You're not them.
Yes.
Yeah. So those things help you refine your why. You might think when you see this problem, like no one is solving it. No one you know is solving it.
Oh,
it doesn't mean no one is solving it.
Have you had an experience with those businesses who businesses that come up and they are like, there's no one who does it like me, or who does it like this?
Have you been to Peru to know that there's no one in Peru doing that thing? Have you been to the deepest part of Nigeria to know? Have you been to South Africa?
Yeah.
There's Botswana.
Yes.
There's Mozambique. There's Mali.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. But it's how you position.
Yes.
We look at social media and we say it's unique. It was connection.
Yes.
The technology is what changed.
Correct.
The concept is the same. We are sending letters when we meet. Mambo, habari.
How are you? How have you been?
Yes. That's it. Now it just changes to poke. Like,
yes. Yeah, it started with poking.
Yeah. And see?
It has evolved.
It has evolved.
Yes.
So the channel is what is changing. Media is not dying. It's the traditional media companies that are failing to evolve. TV is YouTube.
Yes.
Radio is Spotify.
It's podcasting.
Yeah, podcasting, whatever. So if I have a radio now, why, and we have a DJ show, why isn't a radio having a Spotify playlist? Why the heck? Because that's where their listeners are going to.
Yeah, they're stuck in
So I rather come if I like Josh FM, but I don't own a radio. My life doesn't start with a radio. But if I'm on my work desk and Josh FM has a playlist for Afrobeats, I'll look for it.
Yes.
And listen. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Number one, most important. It feels like before the website, before the logo.
Yes.
Understand why you're doing what you're doing.
And for who.
And for whom.
And what brings them to
and
now
why
buy
they would buy from you.
And now you go into the things of pricing. What are the others pricing? What should I price? What are my margins? Yeah? So these are things we never really think about when we are thinking about marketing.
Yeah.
But however much you blast it out, these things affect the conversion of that marketing.
Yes.
Because pricing is part of it. Location is part of it. How do I get the product is part of it.
Understanding your customer.
Customer is part of it. what drives them to spend. When do they have money? You know? Yeah, so if I'm in a tours and travel, put combos near salary week. Why are you putting it in the middle? Put there near salary week.
Yes.
Yeah? If it's a
timing.
Do the buy 3 get 1 salary week there. Yeah, muchomo
Thursday, just before Friday.
Yeah. To their money so that Thursday, Friday, by Sunday they are out over. They go back and look for more money. You know.
You told me you used to be a comedian.
You know, yeah, like
the way you're explaining this concept.
Yes. Because you know, in Kenya, lifestyle is really a big industry here. Like
it is, right?
People,
I see women with 10 lip glosses.
Yeah.
You have one set of lips.
Exactly.
Why do you need
They have to
10?
drip.
And it makes no sense. But yes, it's a big market.
Yeah.
So you have to be aligned
with how they are consuming, with how, and you see, products and services are different. You know, products, luckily, it's easier to close because I can see it and feel it.
Yes.
On the service side, because I don't want viewers to feel like they're only speaking on the product side. Services, I mean services.
Yes.
Closing can take longer, but you can close higher margins.
Higher margins.
Because your
for sure, service
price,
businesses.
Yeah, your price elasticity is different.
Yes. And usually it's hard to compare, especially if you're able to define your why and communicate it. It's really hard to compare me and you, even if we are selling the same service, right?
Because I can bill higher.
You're the one presenting yours,
product.
And I am the product. We are generally two different products, even if we are offering the same service.
Yes. So you see, the why gives identity to the company, which gives why people buy from that company, and then people come back to that company. So if that initial spark we spoke about carries through, it's the reason why people stay returning, why people buy even years later, even when you die, your business still thrives. The channels, the poking, from greeting to poking can change, but that distinct, it has to consistently drive through, because it will lead, it will be the ethos, it will be the DNA of how we market, how we talk, to who are we talking to, when, how much, where are they located, when they stop buying from us, how do we do it, how do we get more of them, how do we get those who think they don't need us to buy from us. Because now that's when you reach maturity. You've addressed your addressable audience. But you now, like, every business right now is saying, I want to get into the Gen Zs. They are people.
Yes.
They are humans.
Because I think what you're saying is that customers are on a different journey. There are those who already understand they have this problem. They're looking for a solution.
Exactly.
But once you solve these ones, there are those who are yet to
discover
the problem.
They have it. Or they can't really put a pin to it, you know? And that's why the marketing funnel, because sadly or unsadly on this YouTube, we give value so that you can use it tomorrow.
Yes.
There are people who are on awareness stage. They are just lingering around. They get aware of you. Oh, they're like, okay, Josh exists. Then they consider, okay, he seems to know what he's talking about.
Already, you guys are on consideration.
Yes.
At the beginning of the video, you are aware. Now we are consideration.
Then after, they're like, let's try.
Yes.
So some ask, how much? Where are you located? Then now saying, let me try and see. Then now how quick you close that gap is then they convert. To where are you located? Here. Okay, I'm in Kitengela. You are in Nairobi. Do you deliver? Yes. That's why you've seen brands, I won't mention, but some brands have outlets or drop points, and you know it works a lot here. It's really, very good. You know, then you get a code, then you redeem.
In Kampala, it doesn't work like that because there are so many border. In fact, motorbikes landed in Uganda first.
Yeah, before they landed. Yeah.
Yes. So
You
I would
guys
imagine
shipped them
logistics
at the port, passed them, they
Yes,
reached. Then you guys were like, oh, okay, we
wait
need
a
them
minute.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would imagine logistics and deliveries is really efficient.
It's big, but it's more organized here because of the digital adoption at scale.
I see.
Yeah, so you're receiving a text, they tell you this has been dropped at maybe this pharmacy, you can just go with your code and redeem it.
I see.
So the other stuff, some of the things are still rudimental. Hey, call a guy, you have to come or whatever.
I see.
So
now you receive the item.
you've received the item, that person has converted. Now, and you see, especially with product or service, there is that gap where someone has bought, but they can either come back or not come back. So for Chinese products, you've seen them. They have guidelines on how to use the product, what, everything. So someone feels like they can cook that meal without any help. They can assemble that thing without...
And use it.
Yes. That is where now you start differentiation. Because you understand your customer and their pain point. So if I'm selling a camera to the guy behind this camera, this guy knows how to set up.
Yes.
So am I saying to a pro camera guy, or am I selling to Anne? Or I am selling to both. So how do I make sure that at any one point...
I don't lose either.
Thank you.
Yes.
So it's very
I'm
important.
with you, yeah.
That's why phones still come with that booklet with switch power on, what. Yeah, you might be like,
I don't need it.
Yeah, but there's a mom who has just got a smartphone for the first time.
Yes, they will go step one.
Step
two.
Where do I put the battery? Where is the charger?
Yeah.
Because now you have chargers and the headsets. There is no jack. Where is the jack? Where is the headset jack? You know? So have you communicated that?
Yes.
So from that, it takes them now to how do they become repeat customers. So your why defines who you're targeting, what are their problems, whether they are aware or not. So you have to educate. That's why they say educate, inspire, entertain, then sell, then convert, and repeat. Because someone can interact with your brand at awareness, someone can interact with you at conversion stage.
Yes.
They already know about you.
Even after conversion, it's important because that's when you get people to market you at zero budget, right?
Become ambassadors.
An advocate, yeah.
Yes. So again, everything starts with your why. But don't feel like it's too complicated. The why can evolve.
That's true.
That's it.
Yes.
Guys, it's business. It's a jungle. It's a jungle. But that's why I say marketing most times is people do a lot of useless things at the beginning when they're not at the stage that needs those things. You haven't priced right, but you're doing a billboard.
You haven't priced right.
And you're doing a billboard. You're going to have a chaotic. You can only take on 100 customers and you're shouting all over the place. So the experience becomes bad. And then you have a bad marketing reputation. Yeah.
I've seen that happen to a couple of TikTok businesses on TikTok.
Yes.
Where they explode because they shouted and the marketing worked and all the Kenyans went there in their droves.
And then they disappointed.
Because
when we focus on that is now the vanity marketing.
Yeah.
We are looking at reaching more people. Awareness. We reach the vast. But you're not telling your story well. One, to get the critical customer. That is one. Two, you've not laid the bed. When that customer comes, how do I service them?
Then what?
Yes.
When that customer comes,
what do I do with them?
Yes.
When they come, if we are out of stock, communicate it. And you say, but we have a waiting list. We shall add your number. And in 2 days, we shall get back to you. That means someone has to be there in 2 days,
to get back to that customer.
Otherwise, that customer will not come back. Ever.
Yes.
Yeah. Ever again. That's why certain businesses, if you look at real estate, because that is big here, The guys who really crack that thing,
Yeah.
it's customer experience.
It's customer experience.
He's not going to ask you for a service charge immediately. He's not like, there are realtors you meet, even you feel like they're richer than you. This guy. It's just Joshua, are you looking for a house? Yeah. No, okay, let me take you. What area are you looking at? I was like, cool. But I would recommend, so he just feels like this brother is in the fight with you.
Yeah, he's really taking care of you.
House hunting in Kenya. Wow. Nikubad.
Nikubad. Yeah.
So those are the things like you have to look at, know. So let's look at a business that is starting. What are your priorities? Let's look at that.
What are your priorities when your business is starting in terms of marketing. Right?
Yeah.
Let's
in terms of marketing. So I want to get more people to know about my business. We forget that thing. I want to get more people to know about my business so that they buy.
Say that again.
We usually say, I want to get more people to know about my business. And we presume they will buy.
Yes.
I want to get more people to know about my business so that they buy.
So that they buy. So that last part is very important.
We assume
yes.
that the more people get to know about me, they buy.
The more
what if
will
they are
buy.
the wrong people?
Yeah, they could be the wrong people.
Yeah. And most times, they're the wrong people.
They're the wrong people.
Yeah. So you say, I've reached, and you see, most times, with the rise of digital marketing, we have reduced marketing to social.
To views.
Yeah, to social.
And likes.
Again, the rules of the game remain the same.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I've seen creators becoming business owners and struggling to convert. They have the numbers as, let me call them influencers as they call them. Yes. But when they start a business, these numbers are not translating there.
Yes. Because I am Josh. I get onto the status, I post with my Nsimbi. I'm going for WRC. I'm a cool guy. People follow me. But when I start telling them I'm selling laptops, what do you know about laptops? What do you know about laptops? You see, there is a mismatch. Many people know about you. They don't know you for that thing you say them to. They don't know you like that. They will not know you like that. We know you as a buddy. We know you as an Instagram buddy.
Yeah.
Where the party at? That's girl is there. The hot girls,
now you're selling
get ready with me. The girl is Now you're telling me, guys, an Airbnb, whatever. Sell dress, sell makeup. Then, as creators or as influencers, one, I'm a pro guy for take action, and that's one thing also in business. Because you see, marketing that works for a business, it deals with a lot of testing and agility. Yes. Because you can never really assume what works or doesn't work until you actually know
try.
That,
Yeah.
So when you do research, great, get that number, position your why. But then do something about it. Because something can work for me. And it doesn't work.
The same thing will not work for you.
Yes. So you have to find your balance, your equation.
Yeah.
That's what it's your trade secret. It's not a secret. You find your
sauce.
Mix, spices, turmeric.
Yeah, what they call this is my sauce.
Yeah,
find
that is it. Yeah. Find your balance.
And you find it by doing a lot of trying and erring.
And agility. Like you try, document, that one is lacking. So people tell you, me Instagram works. When you ask them what really works, they can't really explain.
Josh. Do you know, over the years I've been in entrepreneurship, and this is a question somebody asked me yesterday and I did answer, this sales thing had become, so most of the sales I've made, not a bad number, enough to survive, just not enough to scale, were mainly because a couple of items aligned Like I was probably in the right place at the right,
right
time
time.
with the right people,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Or I did a good job for Josh and Josh referred me.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But those might feed you, like you're not gonna sleep, in the streets.
But if you have to
But
replicate,
you're not going to scale. My problem was now because this has just been it just landed somehow, right? I can't repeat it.
Yeah.
And if I can't repeat it, it
can't.
means my sales would never get to a point where they are consistent.
Yes.
If my sales are not consistent, this business is not sustainable in the long term.
Yes.
And I have played in that space, and when I speak with a lot of conviction, knowing that there are many business owners watching this who are in that
Space.
space.
Yeah.
So, what you were saying about finding what works for you
Yes.
and documenting it,
Document it.
right?
Yes. And then scale it.
And then repeat.
Improve it to the level that when a customer comes, this is how we. So that when you hire that PA, that shop attendant, that assistant, the process is so refined.
It's refined.
That it is.
You're able to, that's how now you're able to give that role to someone.
But that's why you find as
Can't
small
imagine
businesses.
I hired a salesperson and I had no idea how sales is done.
Exactly.
It was a disaster.
Yeah.
Disaster.
And that's why there are consultants like us or staff or reading,
Could you give us an example of a client you've worked with, like
yeah.
a live, you don't have to give
Yeah.
details, but like, let's give us like what they do, how you found them, how you were able to figure this out, and the results at the end of it.
Yes. So I worked with a cake business.
Cake.
Yeah.
Queen cake or
birthday cakes,
Birthday
wedding
cakes,
cakes.
wedding
Yeah.
I see.
So, and these are the best clients. When they come, I have 50,000 followers on Instagram. They even tell you, Josh, I checked out your account. You're not even what I do. I have 50,000
Yeah.
on Instagram. I have 30K on TikTok. Bro, my orders are coming in. So her thing was, orders were coming in, but she was always stuck in that limbo of.
So she's not going hungry.
Yes.
She's busy, just not busy enough for it
Exactly,
to actually make any financial impact in her business.
Yes.
I understand that.
Exactly.
That's
space, because
well.
that's a common limbo for business owners, And we shall also give an example for someone who is starting.
Yeah.
So she asked me, Josh, I want to sell more. I feel like I need to I've reached more people. I have 50,000 followers. Yeah. But my posts get 10 likes, 20 likes, all these things. People are not liking my stuff. When I look at the competition, maybe they have 15K, they have 100, all these things.
Saves, shares, Nini.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah. So I told that first and foremost. And that's cool. The other thing also, it can indicate people love the brand, they're engaging with it and all those things.
I love the person.
Yeah. But I told her, what's most important to you? What do we want? I want to sell more. I'm like, okay, you can sell more in so many ways. So let's look at where can you sell more. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. How many sales come from walk-ins?
Mm-hmm. She had like a physical shop?
Location. Yeah.
Ah, I see.
We write it down. Huh? How many sales come from Instagram? Mm-hmm. Now, guess what? Of course, there was no documentation. So I'm like, now, we are now going to make this template. For the next 2 months, meanwhile, I have not taken money. Because as a growth marketer, you need to set up systems to inform what we are going to do next.
Yes.
I can't assume.
Yes.
If I assume, I base on my own interests or experience.
I hear you.
Then what if I misfire? Because it can happen.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know it all.
I hear you.
Follow the reaction, the behavior, then we start now tweaking and pivoting. So I gave a template and we had a discovery call, and that's something I'll also give the hindsight to my business is I learned that I get more conversions when I have a free 30-minute discovery call rather than it being paid off the bat. After that discovery, then you pay for any other engagement.
Yes.
Yeah. But in those 30 minutes, we agreed, have an Excel. No, nothing fancy. I have this CRM. I'm like, no.
CRM.
Whatever
They had the CRM and they
it
didn't have data.
yes. Because the vision didn't drop down. So the person on the counter sometimes puts, sometimes doesn't put. Then sometimes
They don't
writes
understand why you even have the CRM. So if they don't understand the value this system is bringing, then
you're losing money.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're losing money because you're spending it and you're still losing data, which is money, because data is a new currency for money. So I told her, let's have a simple Excel. Just note down how many come in from this. Oh, we have an Excel. Great. Whenever at the end of the month, mine that data and just put it on an Excel. I just want it in the raw. So export it or whatever, depending on the salary. How many are coming through direct shop? How many come through the social, each social? How many come through referral? Someone called.
I was given your number by
I was given a number. Great. How many come through? Now let's look at the nature of the deals. How many birthdays? How many weddings? How many random people just say, I crave cake and it's a sweet tooth? So she's going back to the family. She's like, let me get a slice or let me get something. Look at that. Because it now tells you the behavior of your customer.
Yes. You just can't look at one channel, in isolation.
Yes. So from that, we did it for 2 months. So her biggest money revenue was the weddings. It's understandable. People are paying more money for the damn cake. But her
You called it a damn cake.
But her most frequent customers were the random aunts who order on a Saturday, who are surprising a mom, who are just slice for what? The random. So, for example, weddings is driving, let's say, 10 million. KS. Kenyan shillings. We are talking Kenyan because we can.
Not Uganda shillings.
It will be way more. It will be an Excel number that has X. Anyway, 10 million shillings. I'm giving an example. But they are, let's say, 10 orders. But the walk-ins have brought in, let's say, 500K. But there are 45 people. There are 45 orders. What does that tell you? Weddings are the biggest driver for bulk revenue. But daily walk-ins are the sustenance.
Absolutely. Yes.
How are you treating the wedding people to become your sustenance? Because they're still sustenance people.
And how are you treating the sustenance to become the wedding people? Because they're the same people.
They are same. So you see.
Yeah.
So when she saw the Excel, she saw that these people were connected.
Yes.
But before she was just saying, we made this much money from weddings. We made this much money from normal workings. We made this much money from social media. When people come through social media, what do they usually order? When do they usually order? What's the nature of the event? Because people tell you, I'm going to do a cake for a wedding, I'm surprising a girlfriend, I'm doing this.
It's important. Yeah.
How are these details captured? They're not captured. So I'm like, of course I know the hassles of the business. You're not going to have a lot of systems and whatever. These things are all scattered. But upon the dispatch of the order, that data can be captured. Upon the dispatch of the order, that this cake is going to, and it was ordered by Josh for a birthday, and he ordered from WhatsApp. So the people who are attending the WhatsApp thing might lose, but when the final order is going out, it is captured.
It is captured,
to the dot to make sure everything checks in this. And once they did that, you could see the trend.
You could see the trend.
Yeah. So then what is the biggest problem for the person who orders randomly? They order your cake, they don't have a plate and a knife. That's the biggest problem. They take cake to a person, we reach, hey, girlies, You bring the cake, Anna has served us what?
Like if you bring cake here, probably, we don't have a knife, we don't have a plate.
Exactly. So I told her, create a custom plate and a knife. Mark it up in the price. Now, if someone buys 6 times, do you know in their house they're going to have your knives?
6 branded knives.
Yes. And they should look cool.
Yes.
Because these women, your customers, she had bougie.
Yes.
I'm not saying she had bougie customers.
Yes.
You know? But these are people now taking your brand with you. That's why Coca-Cola says, I want someone to touch the bottle in darkness and know this is a Coke.
Yes.
And when you touch it in darkness.
This is a Coke.
But if you touch a Fanta, what you might not know properly, but a Coke bottle, when you
yes.
like, this is the guy.
Yes.
This is my guy.
Yes.
At least you won't be shocked, you know. So that's what we. Now, what was I trying to do? Let the brand go into the places of those people, because cakes are a very big referral model.
Yes.
So when you bring, the girls ask, hey, these guys give you a cake and a knife. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's nice. What is it? Now the cake, does it have anything to say the cake, or it's a white box with no branding, with nothing. But you have a website that you're paying so much money. But this box is a website.
Mobile website.
Yes, it is moving with a bike guy, Wayaki way, to wherever the cake is going.
Yes.
And it is just white.
Yeah.
Or guess what? It has the logo, but no number. So it might be cakes by Josh. How many cakes by Josh have they?
Now you're forcing you, or rather you assume your customer will be curious enough now to take the phone and search cakes by Josh.
Oh wow, how gullible! I'm paying you my money.
Yes. Yeah, they will not.
So then I told her, when someone buys a cake and they confirm they have received the cake, send them a message. Are you see? So that whether this billboard of ours, because I call them billboards, because what's the essence of the billboard to get?
Yes.
Whether they're so excited they throw it away, you still appreciated them.
Yeah.
So if anyone asks, oh, by the way, do you have their number? They have
their
number.
They have a message, yes.
Because in the moment of, I told her what's the journey of that customer is, they want to just eat their cake. They're not going to look for your number in that moment. They will remember 3 weeks later. Oh,
when
by the way, that
need
cake
another cake
was nice. Was it guy? She's like, also.
I can't find the number. You had sent it to me last week, but if you had sent them and then signed at the bottom, Cakes by Josh, if they go to their message and they search Cakes by Josh, your message will come up.
Thank you.
That is if they still did not save
answer. Then I told her now, because these people have been working in, you start saying, on your next offer, you get? On your next event, maybe? You get a 5%. Because they return customers. When you refer, because you have them in the system, when you refer, you get a 5% on your cake, and this person gets a 5% on your cake, on their order. Rather than saying 20% off randomly. You see, you're doing offers intentionally. She was losing a lot of money thinking that discounts will drive sales. But the discounts were just on vibes to the wrong people. You don't give discounts to people on a wedding. They got a budget, they got money, they're not going to wed again. If they wed again, good. Show their money. But people are not going to wed every month. Josh is not going to marry every month. I'm going to give it a try, at least for some years.
So you have no business giving wedding
No.
discounts.
But this person who comes every weekend,
for
your daughter has said, Mommy, I'm hungry, she's back from, you have those nephews that visited. sugar, we are, when this one has hit me,
Yes.
you know them in the back
Yes,
of the. But
yes.
you give them cake, everyone keeps quiet.
Yes, yeah.
So you just pass by the place, give those guys, then you drive.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why those snacky things really sell a lot
Yeah,
during school time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because parents were just like,
Yeah,
we can't
whatever.
deal with this need.
Yeah.
Exactly. So treat it the same way. These are your dailies. Hey.
So allow me to take you back on the
Yeah.
discount issue.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I know many businesses are suffering.
Yeah.
And the assumption is when your sales are down or you're not performing, your business is not performing, the thing to do is throw a discount at it, where you at the issue and hope customers will buy. Take us through the
What informed?
like
the process.
the thought process
Yeah.
of a business. What should be your thought process as a business owner when you're offering
A discount.
a discount?
All right. So first and foremost, when you do a discount, it's a tactic, right? And I will tell you, some businesses tell you it's a discount when it's not a discount, because you should know the numbers. You should know your numbers. You because you're in the business of making money.
Yeah, ultimately.
Ultimately in the business. So the margins have to make sense. One. Otherwise, that's why marketing and finance usually fight. Because we can't defend why we are saying what we want. And then finance is like, you're discounting on a product. 10% for what? It has to make sense. So that means we have to do the math.
Yeah.
So in that approach, we looked at what were the biggest drivers for people. They were doing free delivery.
Biggest drivers
for the people who are buying.
For the people who are buying.
Daily.
Sales drivers, that
Yes.
is.
Then on the weddings, the wedding people were heavily a lot on referrals. The driver,
Hold
yeah.
So the walk-ins are more
Discovery. They would find on Instagram.
Convenience.
Yes.
convenience, because you can deliver.
Yes.
Wherever I find you, I'll get my cake.
Yes.
Convenience.
Yes.
And then for the wedding,
It was referrals. Do you know someone who does great cake? Yeah, I know someone.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone who goes on Instagram to search
look for a wedding
cake.
Yeah, you don't know at your event and people are like, hi, but they leave it on the desk. You know?
Correct.
But these people are more open. Maybe you have a coconut something, you have a chocolate.
They're open to
testing. Yeah, they're open to try.
New flavors.
So experience, convenience is,
Yes.
So for these people, before even the discount, a lot of the people here bought because of variety. Yeah, walk-ins. Today I feel like this, I'll get from them. Today I feel like this, I'll get from them. These people bought because of referral. So improve your referral tactic here on weddings.
Expound.
Yeah.
How does one do that?
Improving on a referral tactic. So now meaning, if for weddings most people refer, first are you tracking who referred you? So meaning when someone calls for a wedding cake, your conversation should be guided. Hello, I'm Josh. I got your number from Karen. I need a cake. Oh, I want to book for a wedding cake. And you're like, okay, cool. How did you find about us? Was it a referral? Yeah, a friend called Karen. Okay, cool. All right. Karen, okay, cool. Yeah. But now you've known that's Karen. If they are okay sharing their number, you can give Karen a buzz and send a slice. Yeah. Thank you for referring someone. Send a slice. That's simple. Because they are going to give
Or even a small, those 500 grams.
Yeah,
small cake.
the smaller
Because
ones.
the margins are higher
because
anyway for
I
the
brought you a
weddings.
cake of 1 million.
Yes.
Because those cakes
You
are
can
crazy.
spend 3,000.
Like, that does what?
Yes.
Hey, banner.
Yes.
Like they're feeding, they're dying today.
Yes, you can afford to spend a 1 kg cake.
Yes,
say
to
thank you.
just send. And off even the materials. Off the materials of the wedding cake.
Yeah.
Because as you're making the wedding cake, you can actually make a smaller one.
That's so true.
So, yeah, as a referral. So their referral model now started having that. Whenever someone refers, they get a package. So the package can be a cake, a slice, a collection of slices, like different. They can then or have a voucher or coupon, so they can select based on convenience. Because what if you're telling me, and we have a cake for you because you referred, and you're out of the country, and I'm coming back in 2 months.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, cool, we can extend the
Give
voucher.
them that option to select
whenever you want
what they would like.
They would like.
Yeah.
And of course, with everyone, for referral, whatever is now the knife,
yes,
has become part of it. You get that has become part
I'm
of
with
the
you.
system.
Yes.
So now you're also getting into Karen's home. Yeah, in a way. So that was part of it. Very nice, just embroidery and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah? So that is it. So that was sorted.
Referral sorted.
Referral was sorted. Yeah. But now you're starting to learn upselling, because whoever refers you and you give them, they always refer you.
And they will share that cake. They're not going to eat it alone. They will probably take it to an event, put it in the fridge, wait for Saturday when they're going for an event. Then they go cut. Those
now
people experience. And then now,
you see how your plate is moving.
From? Your plate and knife.
Are moving.
The branded, yeah.
That's the reason why.
Yes.
So before she was like, that's a big cost. But then after understanding that social media ads might not really reach that person all the time.
All the time, yeah.
But if they have a brand interaction, they should remember us. And they should remember us in the product usage.
I hear you.
Yeah. So we finished those guys. Then to these guys, we're like, now start upselling.
So before, she used to do 20%
discount just
to everyone.
To everyone. Yeah, 20%. We have a Mother's Day. We have a Women's Day offer, which is not bad. Businesses that sell bulk things, it's different. But cake is tricky because some people are health cautious, some people are what, but they love it. But there is this struggle of I want to be fit, but I need to eat it. I stress eat. That struggle is all there. Rather than upselling discounts out of the blue, upsell the discounts based on usage, on behavior. So, for example, weekends, we always have a 3% off. On weekends, like, because you're driving this person.
Yes.
Even when she's saying, guys, I'm from the gym this whole week, me, I'm not eating anything, 3%. Or 5%. It's calling. She'll eat. But please note, the knives and the plate were limited to the big cakes.
Yes.
Not to...
Because of the...
the
math.
The math. So now for these ones, you tie into their habits. Yeah? If you pre-order for the weekend bulk, you get. So now you see, instead of saying 5% on the weekend, you're saying if you pre-order for a month, like 4 weekends, there is a discount for bulk, guys. Like it's like a subscription of sorts.
Yes.
If they pick it or don't pick it, it's okay. Whenever they pick, they booked for the weekend.
For the,
So whenever they come in, like, this is my thing. So now you're starting to drive behavior. Yeah? Then you start, I told her, who are the rest? Again, we are now profiling mothers by a lot on weekdays because of the kids. So the kid is the driver, but they don't have pesa.
Yes.
So now the school offer, you start doing healthy options.
Healthy options for the kids.
So I'm going.
Yes.
So rather than the chocolate, the what you're now doing, those less sweet but healthy kind of
banana bread.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, those options. So mothers are like, you got me.
Yeah.
So now
it's very easy to get a mom to pay for a subscription for a healthy snack to carry, for the kid to carry to school.
And that one was called, I told them, create like a school package. Give it identity. So now a mother can always remember, next week I'm going to be traveling a lot. I'm leaving my sister to prepare whatever. Let me get banana cake for them, like at least a loaf for them. Then I'll find samosas and whatever and other thing. You see, so now you're starting to drive.
Yeah.
Cookies, what? So there is a package, like a school prep package.
So as you're doing this,
Yeah.
what's happening online?
Online, we are not
Once you
yet
started,
online.
hamujafika huko.
First deal with, because these were the touch points.
Yes.
Touch point was weddings, was walk-ins first. Because the weddings still, no one orders. You get like people call.
So then does that mean there are people who are confusing their numbers on socials with the real numbers?
Yes, a lot.
Why do you think that is so?
Okay, if you have 50K, if you have 400K followers, if you have 100K, I dare you to sell 100K t-shirts. It is very hard. Especially when you're running a business. Still, now different markets work differently. But we are talking here. There are, Europe, an influencer will do a drop exclusive t-shirt collection and it will sell out in an hour. Gone. Yes. But it's so hard to tell me you have 600 followers, 6K, 10K, 30K, and you sell 30K tickets.
Not possible.
If an event, if Blankets and Wine said,
that's not possible.
Exactly.
It's not possible because all those followers are on different journey. It's not possible.
That is it.
Yeah.
So you start with the touch points that people are already interacting with you. As a business, they buy from you, they want to buy from you, they get what you are about.
Yes.
So we forget that.
We're talking about, they even have there's a name for those guys. Early adopters.
Yes.
I mean, they've already adopted.
So you're busy.
They've already adopted.
Exactly.
You just, because cake is a repeat business. You're just trying to make them repeat. They've already consumed your product.
They know.
They like it. Maybe they've come back 2-3 times. But how can we accelerate this cycle?
Drive them nuts. Even when they're their fitness journey.
That's the low
Not in a bad way,
fruit.
but but it is what it is. It is what.
The guys in the fitness journey were
so
just
then,
chilling.
Exactly. So now the more you know your customers, you start to create healthier options. So your catalog should not be based on a competitor. It starts now to evolve based on your buyers.
Yes.
What if I don't feel like chocolate? What if I'm off chocolate? What if I'm allergic?
Yeah.
You get like, start now to predict. Don't just whip up something because it's trendy. Is it for your audience? You bring in bubble gum, what? They're in Kenya, man. Those ones do them for the exclusive occasions, the picnic.
The kids love bubble gum.
Exactly.
But I mean, a slice, you're selling it as a slice, bubble gum is...
yes. So, again, not everything works for everyone.
That's true.
But for her, we started refining the collection, the menu. We started giving identity to her collection. The school kids kit or whatever.
That is so much value there.
Yes.
Because I've seen many people who do cakes, they have this list of different flavors. And as a customer, you get lost.
Yeah.
You're like, what's the difference between this and
this?
This and this. This mixture and this mixture. I don't even know how they go well together. But then once you start pairing them for certain events, let's say if you pack and you say, you package them and you say for kid's birthday between this age and this age, this is what make it easy for me to pick.
Yeah. Because when they grow older, they are more sophisticated, or their palate is
their palate has evolved.
Yes.
So if they are between 4 to 7, 8, 9, bubble gum, I don't know which other mint probably not. Mint is for maybe the other. Make it easy for me, the customer, to pick. Because you give me a list of 20 flavors, I've tried and I'm just like, I'm lost.
Yeah. Or you can categorize some based on color, like the darks, like maybe the chocolate, what they're dark.
Yeah.
Then the lights, maybe the mint.
Yeah.
I'm just giving an example. So we started, and you see, at the end of the day, my first statement was the best marketer is the owner of the business.
The business.
They were doing the coupling. For me, I'd given them the data and suggestions. Then they're like, oh, actually, I think it would be
Yeah, I
better
see it.
because they know the industry. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a baker.
Yeah.
But that stuff.
Yeah.
You give me
Yes,
cake.
yes.
So now they were more involved. Now they understood why they have that menu. So the staff
And what that
started,
menu means to the
and who do you
consumer.
upsell it to? Who do you,
And how?
when someone walks in and they're like, "As I wanted the bubble gum," you ask, "Oh, for you or for the kids?" For the kids, we are out for today, but this
Second
can
option.
work.
Yeah.
These are some of the options we usually,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of the kids' favorites.
Yes.
Are you seeing?
Kids' favorite.
Yeah. So the man was like, "Okay, cool." You see that? Because even the person, the shop attendant, now knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the customer is walking in, they trust you.
You.
They're also not bakers.
Yes.
So step up.
Yes. So that's why sometimes I find that statement, customer is king, contradictory. The customer is king because they pay. They are not king as a baker. You are king. So you need to guide your customer. So people give so much power to the customer and the business gets lazy. You just put a collection there, look through, you put labels.
Customer is king.
You put labels. They just look at, now they are using price as a decider rather than flavor, rather than purpose, rather than urge. Are you
hear
seeing?
you.
You've left it to price to determine.
How sad.
Yes. Exactly. You've left it to price. But when you say, yes, hello, how are you? What are you looking for today? That's why when I go to a restaurant and I get a menu, I usually just ask the staff, what's your favorite? If I go to a restaurant and someone has never tasted that menu, I'll never
Do you
come
know
back.
how frustrating it is if I go to a restaurant and I ask which one is your best seller of this section?
And they don't.
And they can't tell. I get so frustrated. How are you expecting me to make a decision and you don't even know?
So may I ask, what's
Yeah.
your favorite milkshake? And if one says, I like this, I'm like, let's bring that. And like, usually, I'm like, let's.
And usually it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
it's good. Wow. Okay. So what would you say as we try and wrap up, because we can be here for all day.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite conversations to have, because I feel like it's the most impactful for any business. Sales solves 99 problems in any business. If you're not selling,
Everything
if you're not
else.
selling, everything else is crumbling down. Like your business is not going to survive. So in Kenya, now that you've been here a while, what are some of the I don't call them useless because they're not useless.
But the mistakes.
But they have little to no value.
Yeah.
Efforts in marketing that you have seen, so that then if people watch this, they are able to go like, okay, I need Josh, number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've given that use case of a product business. Same applies to a service, just a different,
Yes.
But one, if you see, the approach was depth over width. They had socials, they had what, they had weddings, they had what. They were wide, they were not deep.
Oof.
Yeah. And that quote never made sense to me until, if you know Gary Vee, then that's one of the things that he has two quotes that always stick. Stop scrolling and get to work.
Stop scrolling and get to work.
Then depth over width.
Over width.
Yeah. So now I started applying it. You're a company. You've started. Social is the easiest entry. No competition. Like everyone can enter. No limitation
Low
to
barriers.
entry. Yeah. But the thing is, you open Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, LinkedIn, Snapchat, whatever they can open, Pinterest, whatever they can open.
Website.
They open website, all these things. But you one person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will tell you, from experience, she's a king of TikTok. We are not. I'm not. As a consultant, I am, because I'm a
You
marketer.
understand it. Yeah.
Yes, the holistic.
Yeah.
And then we find where your audience is. So when you're picking channels, most people pick based on what the channels they like. It's so funny.
Yes.
I like
Oh my
Instagram.
God, yeah.
Then I pick Instagram. Oh.
Okay, then you can go and buy from your
yourself.
own business, from yourself.
Yes. You're creating them to reach your ideal audience.
Ideal audience.
TikTok can convert. For certain businesses, it's harder than for some. And that's the truth. But
true.
TikTok is the fastest growing platform if you're doing organic.
Absolutely.
Organic. You get organic, please
Absolutely.
note. Meta has killed organic. I'm not saying guys are not killing it on Facebook groups and whatever and pages, but it's harder now to enter organically. At some point, you will have to spend.
Yes.
You will have to spend. And they have first movers advantage because Facebook has the best data for advertising. No platform beats Meta, except the Google guys. Yeah, because for them, they have your Gmail.
Yes.
They see whatever you search, even at night. Anyway, but even when you think no one is watching, but for them they are watching.
Yes.
They're like, okay, we get you. So depth over width. Pick platforms that appeal to your target audience.
To your target audience.
Yeah, and where they are most likely to make a buying decision. Because sometimes the platform has your target audience, but when they're on that platform, they're not thinking of buying bread. So if I'm a bread company on TikTok, my story should not be selling bread. My story should be about other things. How can I make bread at home? How can I do this? Very helpful. But like the conversation should be so different. Because when I'm buying
not direct selling.
Yes. It's distribution. I come and I pick. People are either selecting based on price, selecting based on taste and availability.
Chances are I'm not gonna send a bike to get me your bread. I'll buy it still from my store, but if yours is available, and I've been consuming your content and I can see, the way you make
Then
it, I might pick your brand.
Yes. So, depth over width. So rather than having 10 accounts and then you lose passwords, that's
too many.
So that is the first. Depth over width. You don't need all of them. You need to have a reason why you're opening each account. And for your business, you have to. So that's why the why is really important. As a marketer who provides consultancy, my mode was educating. And where do you go? You go to YouTube. You go to TikTok, you go to Instagram.
YouTube University.
But it's first YouTube. So for us, we are YouTubers first. Before anything else. These other ones are just people to know, but we are YouTubers. So we get more clients from YouTube than any other platform. Because by the time someone comes, I've watched your video and like, this guy, I think he might get it. So when they go, they're like, I watched this video. Can you do something like that for me? Are you saying? But we are not monetized. We don't have a lot of subs. So
I hear, and I feel like, so for example, this YouTube channel is a little over 3,000 subscribers at the moment, which for me is huge. Like it's, oh my God, my mind is blown. Because my metrics is not subscribers.
Thank you.
It's not the numbers. Not to mean that I do appreciate the 3,000 of you, truly, but I'm not looking to get to 1 million subscribers. It'll be unlikely. But the 3,000 who are here, they consume this content and they get value from this content. They are locked in solid. So they are my people. I don't have random
Hence why we
subscribers.
moved this from TikTok Live to a YouTube.
Yes, because it was a hit, actually.
Yes.
It hit
So you see how data
Absolutely.
is,
Wow.
you see it informs.
Yes.
So depth over width.
Over width.
So most times you find that people have so many accounts, they don't have the manpower, they don't have the skill set, they don't have the processes, they have so many
sustain.
expectations. Instead of start with that WhatsApp business, not WhatsApp. Please split you from the business.
From the business.
From the word go. Because the problem is on your Instagram, you're posting your trip with the man demo paid for the trip. And then you're also telling us you're selling bags. You're confusing us. Sister, you're confusing us. You're confusing us. Oh, you're out with the boys. Cheers,
Road trip.
taking
Shots,
shots.
Nini.
Then after you're telling us laptops, pick a struggle. So separate, yeah? So from the word go, separate.
Separate.
Yeah, we are buying you. People buy people. That is true. So when the other mistake brands make, which brings me to that, you've opened your channels. You now figured out, probably my people are mostly here and here. Great. People buy people. In this day and age, personalize your brand.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually.
That's a mistake.
that is a whole other topic.
Yes.
Can we cover it in
We
another
can.
episode? Would you guys want us to cover personal branding in another episode? Please comment in the comment section, and Josh will be back,
Yes.
because that's another
That's
one
another
that
thing.
is that many people. So we have this. Not we. I host this workshop, how to sell out your product or service on TikTok. Cohort 1 was just a couple of days ago. I got really, really good feedback. Guys were happy in terms of the delivery and what they need to go and work on for their businesses, for them to actually thrive and make money, not have likes, make money on TikTok. And cohort 2 is up and running. Just I'll go to the description box. I'll leave the link there. But the one question that kept coming back was, do I need to do this? And that's why I think it's important. There's so many people who ask that. Like, do I need to be seen? Do I need? And, I was thinking, okay, you have a business that's almost running broke. And then there is you here. You need to pick a struggle.
Yeah.
Because
How bad
with
do you
your
want it?
personal brand, this can really scale to a business that can sustain several generations after you. So I feel like just pick a struggle. It can't have your cake
exactly.
and
Exactly.
and eat it
So you
too.
find that right now the consumer behavior and stuff add a human feeling to your business. Yeah? Imagine if I'm selling this cup and we just take a picture and say cups available at 1,000, the big one at 1,700, the biggest 2,000. Yeah, we've just 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Then imagine you get
Already, I'm sure the people will ask me, and that is such a nice cup. Where did you get it from?
thank you.
Where did you
Now
get it
imagine
from?
if you are selling cups as a host. You're adding a human touch to it. That's why Stanley Cups sell. They figured out, especially when they really went viral.
Yes,
that's it. But
yes.
it has the color.
They really connected, the size.
the what.
Personally, I don't understand
Yeah,
it.
the
It's
men,
so
it's like
humongous,
if someone
true.
is petite, then they are with the thing that, but it works. It works,
It
guys,
works, though.
because they added application. They
Yeah.
personalized it.
Yeah.
So you might not like getting into the camera, but some businesses require someone to explain some stuff.
Yes.
Imagine if I was a marketer. I am a marketer, don't imagine. And I make an artwork. I help businesses, whatever, call this number.
Yes.
And what about me just saying, guys, this is what I do. I love what I do. And you need me. And I need you. So give me the cash. I give you the service. We grow together.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
Already, this conversation is exactly that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see that?
Imagine this video
is marketing.
against
Is
you, who is another marketing growth expert,
With
an artwork.
Yeah.
Who is winning?
Yeah. So personalize. So if you're selling clothes, I've liked what guys are doing. They go live on TikTok. This one is whatever.
Yeah.
It works. Now just make it. Who are you selling to again? Because if your things are bougie, you know when you just flash and drop, flash and drop, flash and drop.
Yes.
So if I'm a high-end boutique,
See, you need to set it
even
up.
though I'm selling second-hand,
You know, we wear it.
yes,
I want to see how it looks on you.
Exactly, on my body.
Accessorize.
Exactly. So an idea, and this is something you can pick if you're into fashion. Do fit of the day. Something very simple. We got a cream, then you're also sharing. So by the way, I paired this. Maroon goes well with this.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
So even me, if I'm a guy who is buying for my wife, for my lady, whatever, I now get to know the combos that work. Then you are helping me become valuable. The relationship. Are you seeing? Like, so you can personalize. It's not about this fit is.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, everyone is doing that.
Yes.
So you need to always just...
You.
Yes.
We started by saying you are the
best.
source. You're the source.
You are the fire, we give the gasoline. So that is 2. Now, thirdly is expectations versus budget. I launch my business. I want 1,000 sales. And I'm doing marketing of 0 sales. You have
marketing, 0 budget.
Yes, like not even
what do you mean?
0 effort.
0 effort.
0 effort, but you want...
I like that because many people assume marketing has to have a budget.
Yes. You have...
Not all the time.
No, marketing has to have value.
It has to have value.
Intention, then a budget.
Value, intention,
Then a budget.
Then a budget.
Yeah.
We start with budget,
value, then
no intention.
No intention. Yes.
That's
why
true.
my famous quote is, why designing a Labor Day artwork?
The Labor Day artwork?
Yeah. Why are you designing
Labor Day. Happy
artwork?
Labor Day, by the way. We are recording this on Labor Day. I'm sure all of you are releasing Labor Day artwork.
Yes.
And I think what Josh is asking, or trying to say, what was the intention
behind
the artwork?
Yeah. If we are checking a box, be real to yourself. We are checking a box, and it's okay.
And
it's allowed.
Yeah.
You don't pay for Instagram. It won't say these are too many posts. They're not going to refuse it. Oh, you're a company that values your employees. You value work balance, work-life balance. Then you do something. You celebrate with the employees. Then thirdly, others even take it further. They take them on a retreat. Others say, because it's Labor Day, but Labor Month, if we have a psychologist, a whatever,
Yes.
we made a partnership, all our employees can go to them. Or we have created a provident fund for our laborers to get something out of what they're laboring for.
Yes.
Financial education, what. So why? Because when you look at all the holiday that you have, and we have so many here,
We have so-
even
there are
the
too
ones
many.
that come up at 8 p.m. and you just find the artwork in a WhatsApp group. You're about to head out of the house and they tell you, hey, Bana, today is not what they gazetted. There's that
The
PDF
environment one.
Yeah.
Was it environment? Happy, it was what? The one we were planting trees. It came at the night, I think, before.
Yeah. So, but you realize you pay
Mazingira.
a graphics designer, you uploading with internet
And spending time.
and spending time.
You probably thought very hard about the caption.
Yeah.
What was the intention? Are you doing it because everybody else is doing it? Or are you doing it because it truly
aligns with your
matters and
business?
aligns with your business?
Because as an employer, it makes sense. You're just saying, Happy Labour's Day, as an employer. And it's okay. It's just to the artwork, say Happy Labour's Day, guys. Yeah. Others go a little step further. But you see, one day doesn't seem like a cost. Make it 40 artworks. That is a cost. So if each artwork, let's say, I don't know how much.
Those random artworks, yeah.
Yeah, but how
Even
much?
give it like 1,000. That's
Yeah.
40,000.
Thank you.
That's money you can use to, let's say, run
Uniforms,
meta
buy
ads.
stock. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Stock up. You're out of stock,
Yes.
and you're designing artwork for things that have no. If I'm selling my second-hand shoes, why am I doing labor artwork? Because even on Labor Day, I'm laboring. I'm selling. Oh my God. God damn.
Yes.
So why?
Yes.
Just focus that money on something else
On
at
something
time.
else.
Yeah, watch a TikTok video or YouTube like this one.
Relax.
And get value. Yeah, anyway.
Wow.
So that is, wasted. So
I love it.
intention, very important. The value
And then budget, not the other way.
Yes. So the expectations, what do I mean by that? Someone will want to get 1,000 sales in month one. Is that goal smart? Is it specific, measurable? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? Is it time bound? Like it's like saying I want 1 million followers in 1 month.
Yeah, unrealistic.
Yes.
Not smart.
Not smart. It can be achieved if you have money. But what is the impact of getting 1 million?
Yeah.
So having 1,500 followers who are quality, who understand your messaging, makes sense. That's why it's very intention. So when you are hiring an influencer, what's the intention? What's the value? Then
the budget. Not budget first, then now you're trying to fix the rest.
Because then you complain.
Yeah.
You're marketing. The influencers are charging me a lot. For them, they have told you, I have to shoot a video this much. I need a production guy on set.
Yes.
I need gear. I need a venue. I need wardrobe. I need makeup. I need an Uber. I need to get out of my bed and shoot your stuff. So if you feel it's too much, buy it for your department. So sometimes I find companies complaining, and we spend so much money to just buy the stuff, and then you just tell them, arrive.
Yes.
Then create ambassadors in the company, revise the structure, because this is part of marketing. They become your ambassadors, but you have to invest. So when you come to Josh as an employee and tell him, Josh, smile and be in front of the camera, record a video, then I refuse and say, Josh is not charismatic. I came here to do a job. That's all, man. What's in it for me? And Kenyans, you know that one. Hey, what's in it for me?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So those are
I love it.
Top 4.
Intention, be intentional.
Value.
Value, understand your value to your customers and what they perceive is valuable. The two need
to align.
To align. And then budget. Start where you are. I think that's also what I got from the cake customer. Start where you are, small steps, and pivot and build.
Document.
Small steps, document.
And then you will find what works for you.
Yeah.
But marketing, to even call it, to sum it up, the biggest mistake we do is we think it's written in stone.
It's not.
Test, pivot, learn from others, copy and customize.
Don't copy and paste.
From chat as it is, thou shalt come. Execution. No.
Yes.
Copy
and paste.
Internalize.
And customize
to
not copy and paste.
So when you see what Anne is doing, but you also love businesses, you love entrepreneurship, learn from her, give her a call, work together, attend. You get be part of the thing, and it's okay. There are so many guys who are doing marketing, entrepreneurship, finance, creators. All of them, you are and as business owners, again, starting off, you are the best marketer of the business. Now, what that means is educate yourself. It can be by reading. It can be surround yourself with other people. It can be call people like us. Educate yourself so that you avoid micromanaging what you don't understand.
Imagine managing what you don't understand. Wow. Josh, we must have Josh back again. This has been amazing. I knew it was going to be amazing because this is a conversation we've had back on our TikTok Live. Like I said, I host a TikTok Live every Friday from 8:30 p.m. And we're usually on there an hour and a half. People like Josh don't want to leave, so sometimes we do 2 hours.
Yeah.
But you can see the kind of conversations that we have, and I hope this is one of those that has really impacted the way you understand and approach marketing. And hopefully you learned a thing or two about marketing that converts. Thank you so much,
and
Josh.
If something maybe I would love,
Yes.
I've loved
Yes,
the
yes, yes,
community
yes.
really,
Sure.
is if people can drop some of the questions, we can then find time to just give
Absolutely.
some
Yes. If you have any questions, any clarifications, drop them in the
comments.
in the comments.
Yeah.
If you would like to get a hold of Josh, if Josh sounds like someone who can get you unstuck, I am happy to share details with you. So I'll leave another link in the description box. Just leave your number in there and Josh will definitely be calling you back. And that's what we do here. We support each other. This is becoming such a wholesome community with there, Josh. I am loving it here. I hope you are too. You are part of the community. But I don't know, before we wrap up, any last words before I close?
I'm happy to be here, both here and 254. You know, it's fun. It's a learning journey, and I think really the parting shot is marketing that converts is like business. Really, we break so many things. We speak a lot of lingo. You just keep it one step at a time. Learn, unlearn, pivot, iterate, and all these things. You will evolve. You will get it right, but you get it right for your business. That is, it's for your business, and no one forced you to start your business. So you have to power into your business, and when you are depleted, find ways of people powering into you. So
that you can keep pouring out. Wow, nobody forced you to start a business, so stop manipulating, begging your customers to buy from you. Just learn, like we just said, to communicate the value that you bring to them, and they will just reach their pockets and wallets and just give you their money. I think that's what you've said. Wow, awesome. This has been amazing. If you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. Cohort 2 on how to sell out your product or service on TikTok. I'm the facilitator. The link is in the description below. I will also attach a link with all the testimonials we've received from Cohort 1, and I hope you can join us.
Definitely.
Asante sana. Thank you. See you on the next one. This was so good.
Yeah, that's good.
Very nice.